Okay, so this is game one of the Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers between ACCM in the blue as Saracens against the Bloodless in the yellow as Franks. Interesting pick here. Do you expect Saracens to go for their more recent meta of archers, or do you think the balance changes recently will push them more towards camels?
I think it's going to be all dependent on scouting, because looking at the map so far, if you see ACCM in the blue, he's got quite a good map if he managed to get his walls up. And I think also a good wall base where he's going to have plenty of wood lines to take, and he's going to have plenty of opportunities to wall behind. But if you look to the other side, the Bloodless, his gold is looking real messy. And I think if Saracen Archer's pressure comes there, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. So I think if ACCM succeeds with either a Drosh or Archer build towards the gold, he's probably going to continue with that. And if that doesn't succeed, he switches.
I can almost see the Bloodless kind of making himself a little arena base here. He could wall to the edge on the left hand side from that wood line he's just taken to, wall to his TC, and then TC to the wood to the right, and then on the right to the edge of the map. He does secure the additional gold to the right of his town centre there. As you say that.
The issue here is it's versus Saracens.
Yeah.
Both golds, the right one and the main gold, they're both next to a hill. So if you try to get walls up there, the Saracens archers are just going to bust right through instantly. So an FC is never going to be possible on this map, because with the Dark Age walls now being less strong. So he has to go for feudal play and then just try to keep the pressure out.
Yeah, and the Bloodless has opened with 4 on wood, so maybe not expecting scouts from him to start with.
Yeah, I think he's seen his gold and he wants to go for a Drush, maybe Drush FC, even maybe if he wants to pick it, go for a greedy strat, because he's pushing in there already.
Yeah, ACCM is only 3 on wood, so that implies that he might be looking for a scout opening.
Yeah, interesting.
And ACCM is already forward at the Bloodless's base. He's going to see that he's pushing deer and probably try and just make things a bit awkward. No, just continuing scouting. ACCM already dropping walls to the north of his TC, securing the back of his base. Not sure how I feel about walls there to start with. I get it for idle time on his villager. That villager will probably go straight across the berries when it's finished.
I think it's mainly dead. I like to do those things as well, and I think especially with scouting, he scouted his map already. He sees that he has quite a good map, so I don't think he's too worried about pressure. Because as long as he has his barracks up front and he makes 1 or 2 spears, then he can easily just send him to a next buy resource like the wood line, and then the back is at least secured. So he doesn't have to worry about scouts sneaking in there. He would see that on the front happening. But it looks like he's going scouts, especially, yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested what's going to happen.
Sorry, I've just had a text from someone at work. I'm just quickly replying. Cool. I am back to the game. Okay, so the Bloodless continued pushing in all his scouts, just taking his second board now and dropping a barracks. So more villagers coming, so it's gonna be probably man at arms. Looking at the timing,
I think he's gonna go scouts still. I think he's just
Drush.
No, never mind. Yeah, he wants to Drush FC. This is going to be super greedy, because he has not scouted anything about what ACCM is going to do.
He doesn't even know where he is. He's going straight to the northwest of the map. And on ACCM, on the other hand, has headed home, pushing in his deer. He knows where Bloodless is. He knows key resources. Yeah, he's found the gold, found stone, found where he's on wood, and found the berries.
No, it's going to be a trash. He's only going to get 10 gold. He's not going to make a mining camp. and he doesn't know where he is. He pushed here, so his Drush might not even do anything.
I think the Bloodless should just come across now, and we'll find ACCM's base. But I can't see many places where the Drush will be able to hit in. If ACCM is forced to, if he sees the Drush coming, which he's likely to do past this barracks that he's just dropping, he can wall into the TC very, very quickly.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, like not only has Bloodless now run into the TC, but ACCM has a house on the left, and he made a quick gate there on the other wood line, so he already sees it happening, so he's going to be completely fine.
Yeah, great reaction from ACCM. He'll just build his stable a little bit closer to his TC now, just to make sure it goes up, and then use military presence to secure his gold. Mid to late feudal age.
Yeah. But it does not look like an FC from the Bloodless, because 23 vills with the Drush is not going to be possible. I think he notices his mistake, and he might be in a lot of trouble if he continues like this, so he does click up.
Yeah. Going out to gold now, so presumably going to be adding in some archers. I think.
Yeah, the thing I also do not like about going or trying to go sort of an FC against Saracens is if Saracens see that you clicked up, they'll just make a market and do the same thing while they have the map control.
Yeah. And if it is some no, so he's adding men at arms now for the Bloodless. So he knows that ACCM's forward with scouts. Oh, sorry, ACCM is adding scouts, so men at arms will just make it difficult for the scouts to engage.
Yeah, I think he wants to get man at arms to buy himself a little bit more time, because he needs to still get a stable up. But there's already 3 scouts on the way, because ACCM knows he's not going to be touched at home. So he's sending them instantly forward, and I think this is going to be a great reaction. The berry is very important for Frank's instantly going to be under pressure.
I think the man at arms tech is a slight misplay. I think it should have been a spearman first defensively. He'd seen the stables, he knew that there were scouts, so it should have been spears to protect his berries. Okay, he's managed to quick wall around them, but there was already 1 vill lost from the Bloodless, and the scouts are now going to go harass the wood lines.
I think the man at arms could be a fine choice, but then he needs to send them back instantly, so he has at least something around his rest to defend.
Yeah.
Because now he has nothing.
And the men at arms are completely idle at the moment. Should be a second vill pick here for ACCM. It is.
This is not looking good, because looking at the rest, the Bloodless is not going to be anywhere close to clicking up, and the pressure is just going to keep coming from ACM. I would not be surprised if ACCM is like, I've done all the damage I need to do. He's got a market and he's going to click up, because he's not making any more scouts now.
No. He did add a market. Is he going to try and use that to get up quicker, or is that just going to be for his second building?
And ACCM is in the berries again.
So
I think you always want to make the market as Saracens. Like
it's so cheap, isn't it? Yeah.
It's second building, and it's a very quick option, because if you need it on the spot, then it's often too late, because it takes a while to build. And it's a nice wall off as well, because it's basically almost the same space as 3 houses and just as expensive. So
yeah. I still don't get why there wasn't even a second spear added to come home. He built 1 to begin with, and that's at the front, trying to pressure this house with the men at arms.
I said, the ACCM walled in the back, so all he had to do is wall to the DC, so he can just take his time, repair a bit, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And looking at the rest, ACCM is going to click up any second now.
Yeah, he did sell his stone in the end. Can easily sell the wood he needs to have enough gold. It's just food missing.
And I think he's going to switch into the Knights. There's no point of going to Camels yet until the Franks player is going to be pumping out the Knights himself. So he's probably going to click up at a second stable, I think. Second, third stable. And I think he's going to go for some Knight pressure.
Do you think it's worth going straight for 3 stables on the basis that he's sold his stone, so has no stone for a second TC?
I think he knows he's up faster. He done the damage, so I think it's better to just get the upgrades on the blacksmith, go for a second stable, and as soon as he done that, they can either choose to add another stable, maybe forward siege, or a monastery even, because Franks are probably going to try to contest you with their own knights.
Very true. And so the scouts forward from ACCM swamps the spearman, and are now hunting around for any other opportunities. Yes, Glorias, I know it's not Empire Wars. Sometimes 3 stables on the play on Arabia too, but probably not when you're first up, as you say.
Yeah, he's probably going to go 2 and then look for what his options are after.
Yeah, he's going out to stone now, so he'll be able to add a second town centre fairly quickly.
Interesting. He really wants to play it safe. And I think I've seen ACCM play before in the last year, and I think he played quite well because he's not afraid to change his decision making. But then again, sometimes he feels like he's playing a little bit too passive against the better players. If he does this like against a Vibe or a Hera or someone else, I think it's not going to work out. He needs to be more aggressive because he's done the damage, but he's giving the time to make a comeback.
Yeah,
but I think he knows he's ahead, and he knows he's the better player, so it's going to be fine.
So we got the Bloodless now walling up around his base. It's still completely open on the right hand side, so with the addition of a couple of spears, it looks like the Bloodless should win any engagements now, because he also has bloodlines.
Yeah, but now, like I said, 2 stable knights coming out, and he's going to clean up this forward, so he doesn't have to have any more idle time.
Yeah, adding a second TC on the woodline.
And the issue now, Bloodless is still not walled and still not up, so this is going to be real rough for him.
He's got the resources, he just doesn't have a second building. He built 2 stables. He's rushing down a blacksmith now with 4 villagers.
Yeah, but he's still not walled, so... Like, look in this position, if a forward siege workshop would be dropped on his gold, ACCM has literally no chance of coming back in this game. I mean, the Bloodless.
Yeah. And with camels being mixed in with the knights, he's almost... Oh, there's an overchop on the woodline. Knights are in. Oh, very, very good reaction. So he quick walls the woodline for now, but there is a couple of knights already in, and now looking for an opportunity to get some vill picks.
I honestly do not often like the camel mixed in yet, unless you know the opponent has like more than 6 knights or something, because he knows he's going to have an advantage in eco and upgrades. So it might be Frank knights, but it's not going to be better knights. It's just going to be the same. So
yeah. I don't think he saw the second stable being added. He might have seen it as a foundation, because that kind of disappears, doesn't it, on weird DE mechanics.
Yeah, and now adding a 3rd TC while the Bloodless is still not up, and he's already 9 villagers ahead.
I don't love that 3rd TC spot.
I think it's fine, because he doesn't really have any other gold access, so he at least has his gold kind of protected.
Yeah, so the camel's trying to break in a couple of spots, forced to have, and one of them just runs past the TC. Yeah, forced to invest quite a lot of villager time into repairing. And now Bloodless going in for knights, researching pikemen. Did he get many?
Yeah. This is what I mean. Like, you have the lead, so the only thing that can kill you at this moment, or at least try to push you back, is like a pike switch, because it's quite cheap to do compared to knights. And then the camels are not really going to contribute that much. So I think if you just keep flooding knights while you're ahead, I don't see the point of adding camels yet.
Yeah. The 2 knights that came in managed to get a vill pick off already. Looks like they'll get another one. Nope. Bloodless reacts, starts repairing the house, or finish building the house. And
and
ACCM with a
Bloodless
14 mil lead.
Yeah, Bloodless needs to delete that wall at the wood line because he's 3 pikes just waiting there, being idle.
Yeah. There they come now.
And ACCM has seen the pike switch. I'm surprised he still keeps going on adding camels.
Stopped any military production for now, adding monks, so going around collecting the relics. Already has one, second one just coming in. Bloodless adding a monastery of his own, loses a monk to the 2 knights.
Yeah, I think looking at the score, ACCM knows he's ahead, but he's still playing it safe. Because normally in this position, you would like 1,000 score leaders, of course, much. It's a lot, but
this early on, it's huge.
Yeah, I don't think he knows he's this much ahead. Like I don't think he knows. That's why he's still playing it quite safe.
Yeah. And the Bloodless even having to delete some of the palisades around his stone just to get access with more villagers, and is re-walling a little bit further out.
Honestly, looking at the situation, ACCM could actually go for a Mamluk switch.
It's what we'd all like to see.
Mamelukes are quite good against Franks. Like Franks don't really, besides monks, have any good option against Mamelukes.
I know it would be an excellent switch. They're fairly expensive to go for, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fairly expensive, but I think on such a high level, I think only a few mixed in with the micro these people have, it's going to be huge. Because like only if you have like 3, they're able to kill like pikemen so well.
And the monk from the Bloodless managed to get a conversion on the camel, and ACCM converts it back just before it gets killed by the other camels.
And ACCM has all the intel. He sees 2 monasteries, he sees 2 stables. So now he's just gonna go. He's gonna add forging to kill the monks as soon as possible. He keeps adding camels as well. The battering ram coming forward, so yeah, this is gonna be tough.
The only thing that ACCM can't see is the gold to the right of his base, but I think he can guess it's there based on what he does see. So,
and I don't think it's gonna matter because he could just drop a forward castle and take the Bloodless gold even if he wants to.
Yeah. ACCM in a very comfortable commanding position, score lead extending even further. Monks forward now. Bloodless getting quite a few conversions. Say again?
He's adding a mangonel now, but I don't think he needs to add a mangonel. If he adds another ram and either forces a siege workshop, then he probably has the knowledge that the Bloodless doesn't have that many TCs going. Yeah. And you can just rams are just gonna force your opponent to come out of the base.
Yeah, so 3 knights dive out and take out the ram. Camels running through everywhere. They should clean up the knights. Monks getting conversions for both players.
But
quite good defense so far from the Bloodless.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit mismicro from ACCM because he had a lot more military. So as long as he keeps it together, he's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Couple of converted camels dive out, but there's too much military there for ACCM again, as you say, and this castle should go up no problem.
ACCM adding light cap with his eco balance. I don't see what it's going to do for him though. He has plenty on gold.
Probably to try and pick off the monks.
Oh yeah, completely true. He sees a double monastery, so he adds them for the monks.
Quadruple monastery. Does he see all of them? He sees 3.
Oh. Yeah, indeed, I didn't even see that. But yeah, with the Golden Knight, yeah, this is GG.
Yeah, very solid opening game from ACCM. I think the Bloodless will realise a few slight errors that he made along the way. I think the main one just being that first spear going forward.
Yeah.
Just keep that home, he gets his walls up. He's in a much better place.
I think the biggest mistake is like he sees his gold and is exposed. why do you even try to go for a drush or a weird kind of play? Like, your Franks, just go scouts. Like, I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think maybe the Bloodless was hoping to get his walls up, use the drush to just keep ACCM military at home. But ACCM just walled himself and ran straight past it.
Yeah, but often also as well, like if spears and archers are going to be coming to your base, they're going to be quite late. And before they get to your base, you can even have a few skirms out already and just pick off the spears and then just kill the archers with the scouts.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's ever the play as Franks to even go for a drush unless you have like a super solid map. But against Saracens, I would never FC. Never.
Okay. Right.
I'll just fast forward and catch up while you can talk about the matchup.
Okie dokie. So we do have a hideout game here for Game 2 of the Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers between ACCM and the Bloodless. ACCM will be in the blue as the Britons, against the Bloodless in the yellow as the Turks. So I think we will almost certainly see Turk FC Janissaries. That's my assumption. Britons can just go. Britons have a bit more flexibility here, I would say. They can do some men at arms into archers. Could even go just FC Expo. Or even if ACCM is feeling fairly comfortable, could go for longbows. I would be surprised to see that one though in a tournament.
How did you find the match on AOE.net?
I searched in the matches section for ACCM, and then on the left hand side, spectate. Job done. Really, really good website. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I found it now. But like I saw Britons coming. I really expected Celts because I don't see Turks doing anything. The only thing that Turks can do in this matchup is go for a lot of gold and then just try to flood knights like crazy. Because they have the faster gold collecting, just try to play a little bit off meta and just go for a lot of baskets. Just a flood.
Yeah, I think the Bloodless will play this as arena. He is a arena clown normally.
Okay.
So is nobody going to talk about Turk Light Cav? It's actually insane here. Yeah, Turk Light Cav is excellent. I still think we'll see FC Castle Janis.
I think honestly not. I think if he's gonna try to play this like arena, I think he's gonna try to wall up either side, and he wants to take this late game. Turks might not have the best late game, but if they have the gold, they still have a super solid composition. And I think you might want to go for a big siege push against Britons, like try to stall it out and boom behind, and then go for a big siege push. I think that's what he's got in mind, not necessarily Janissaries. I don't see it doing that much against Britons.
Maybe so. There is a good opportunity for the wall off on the left hand side. We've got the little wood line in between the main wood and the edge of the map. There is a bear there, so with loom will be necessary for it. And then could easily wall off on the right as well. Am I right in thinking this that Hideout has more resources than other maps in terms of like gold? Or is it close?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you have, because I think it looks like it because you have more neutral gold, but I think you have one less gold, like as a main gold, because you only have 2 golds instead of 3.
And then you got the 3. So like ACCM has the gold inside his base, but it's only 5 instead of 7, and then he's got 2 4-tile ones just outside, and then there's a couple of 3-tile.
I think.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a couple of tiles down on. I don't know. Maths.
I think there's less main gold, and then there's 1 extra neutral on either side.
Yeah, I'd agree. So I think it ends up being like 1 more. each. One more tile. Yeah.
But I think, yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna see like a light cav or a night spam of some kind, together with a siege push, or he's gonna try to really play this like arena, and he wants to go for a heavy siege push in imp against Britons.
Maybe so. This is just a slow start to this one. Both players just pushing in their deer. Nothing too exciting happening. Relic distribution looks pretty even.
Yeah.
I think they've done a fairly good job on these maps to keep them as even as possible.
100%, yeah, 100%. Because, yeah, there's a lot of map generations in the regular hideout, I think, where it happens that one person just has 4 relics close to the base.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be one on the edge that you can, like, say, like, maybe a little bit in favor of this one, but that's also just part of the game and trying to get map control. Because you just, like, map control gives you those things, like, gives you those relics, and no map control doesn't give you those, so that's their advantage as well. But yeah, I'm really curious, because it looks like both going for an FC so far.
Yeah, so we've got 24 Vils, only just gone to gold for ACCM and The Bloodless, so yeah, looking very much like an FC.
Yeah, I think ACCM, if Bloodless would be in ACCM position with Britons versus Turks, he might have gone for an early Archer push in Feudal, because the Dark Age Palisades, they're really weak now. But I think since his ACCM playing as Britons, I think he just wants to play it safe.
The Bloodless has gone to stone. Yep. Called it.
Yeah, you called it. Correct.
I agree with what you're saying, and in the chat, Baskets is talking about it as well. I agree, it doesn't make complete sense.
Nah, it doesn't do anything. Because the thing is as well, like with Janissaries, you don't have a fast moving unit. So if you would deny the gold from ACCM there with your castle and with your pressure, you could just move out to that gold and just make another wall there or a TC there, and he's going to be fine on that gold. Like something on arena, if you have like a good castle placement, maybe a second castle, you can rely a lot of resources. But on hideout, it's quite easy to move out and just relocate on the map.
Lohab, did you add me to that? If so, thank you.
Just quickly changing the Wikipedias.
I think I asked if it how it happens, and it's now happened. So thank you to whoever of the mod team has done that. Cool. Okay, so archery range blacksmith for ACCM, market blacksmith for the Bloodless. So castle, like, again, I don't know where you put the castle.
And the thing now is as well is, imagine if ACCM he didn't scout the stone probably, but if he adds, he's gonna add a few archers, and these few archers could already deny this castle, because that castle is gonna go forward.
I don't think it can. I don't think you've got.
Yeah, it can't. But what else is he gonna do?
Yeah, I don't see where you can put it. It's got to be within your walls, because you need it to go up. You know you're going to be behind militarily. He has the scout forward now, so he's seen the seen the range, so he knows that it will be crossbows for ACCM.
Yeah. I think ACCM should not have them in garrisoned, because that gives something away.
I think where you're going for a fast castle, just the existence of an archery range says he's making archers.
Completely true. But like you could also make an argument for not having 6 on gold yet, and first adding 2 TCs, adding some farms and all that, and then going for those 2 range plays. Because you still have time, because you know your opponent is also going to be FCing, so you have time to work up those archers before you after making those TCs.
Yeah, that does make sense.
But yeah, he probably knows, like, he knows he might go for a castle drop, and yeah, it doesn't look like the Bloodless is even going for it.
Nope.
No.
Inside his own walls, just to protect the entrance to his base there.
And ACCM sees it, so he's got to be loving his position. He's going to be adding TCs. Yeah, adding 2 TCs because he sees that. Adding a monastery from map control to get the relics. Like, I don't like this at all. Like, ACCM has full map control without doing anything.
Nope. Lohab, that makes complete sense. That would also explain why Robo was here. can't think of another reason why Robo would drop by to my stream. Okay, so ACCM's just going to loop round with his crossbows, try and find another angle to push from. Where were they going? Okay, so the Bloodless is going to start taking the gold in front of the castle.
Oh, I so don't like this. Why is it also that he's going to take this gold for the reason that if with ballistics get out of there, the Bloodless doesn't even have fletching, and if ACCM gets botkin because he doesn't have it yet, he can easily kill those fills without the castle interfering there.
Can comfortably, like 7 range versus 8. There's a what 4-5 tile gap. So yeah.
Yeah, but he's even gonna get 8 range because he doesn't have botkin yet, so it's gonna be a real tough position. Especially also with a second TC going up from the Bloodless and Janissaries, it's often hard to even maintain that production, and you might not even have the rest to get armor for these Janissaries, and they have 0 base armor on PS. So I don't know how this is going to end.
Currently outrange the Britain crossbows, so as you say, Bodkin will be a very important upgrade for ACCM soon. Yeah,
but like I said, like ACCM has not made crossbows in a while. He still only has 1 range. He just has these 5 crossbow to get map control, to get the relics, to boom behind.
Yeah, it keeps all of the Bloodless's military at home. So, as you say, he's out collecting relics now. He's got a couple of crossbowmen just protecting the monk. So, the Bloodless doing quite a good job of microing the Janissaries.
I think if Bloodless wants to stay in this game, he has to make sure his boom is onto par, and he should not overinvest into Janissaries now and just start making a 30C as well.
Yeah, he has stopped. Oh no, he's just added another one. It was lack of food, not.
He's got a Siege Workshop and a Mangana on the way. I don't know why though. He's not really getting pressured that much.
I think he's expecting more to be coming in than there is.
Yeah. Understandable, but like I think if he just gets an outpost at the gold, on the left side of his gold, the Bloodless, because the other way around is like is longer to walk, so he knows then he can easily have a lot of intel on what's gonna happen with the pressure.
Bloodless is sending his Janissaries and a villager forward.
Interesting. He wants to go for forward siege.
Yeah, trying to pressure at the front of ACCM's base. ACCM is also on stone.
Oh yeah, that could be an issue. That could just get completely denied from the Bloodless then. Because I like the position of ACCM's TC as well. Like, yes, the house and the range block farm potential, but since Janissaries have 8 range, they're not going to reach the gold now because of the TC just being on the other side.
So, ACCM using his monk to go for the furthest relic first, so that it's then easier to get the other ones afterwards. So, how do you defend against this? Would you expect a siege workshop somewhere?
No.
No.
Not at all. Because it's easy if a ram shows up, because the front line is the DC. That's the front line at the moment. If a ram shows up, you just lose 1 or 2 vills and just will fight it. And if a mangonel shows up, you can just micro your crossbow, because he's gonna get ballistic soon.
Yep. Oh. ACCM's monk has been queued back to the monastery, so it's walking straight past the Bloodless's base with the relic.
Yeah, I see it.
So
he took it on that side, but he's still walking that way around. I love it.
So that one will unlikely to get home. He takes a big mangonel shot, loses a large number of his crossbows to that.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good.
That's not a good position for
because
him.
he should have known that there was still a mangonel going to be on the way from the Bloodless base. But he's going to lose this CC.
The monk gets killed by the castle and drops the relic right next to the monastery for the Bloodless.
But it's behind it. Is the Bloodless ever going to see it though? Is he going to notice?
I'm not sure. Okay, so this castle, does it fully stop this push?
He noticed. He noticed.
He has noticed, yeah.
I love it. Free relic for the Bloodless. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But free monk pick off for. Oh no! Now we will. No.
Yeah.
So the Janissaries just run in as the castle completes. Does that castle protect too much? Okay, so
not really, but he needed a castle down, and he can't leave a gap there. So if he would delete the monastery or delete some farms and make it a little bit towards the other side, then he leaves a gap open for other units to stand there.
Yep, very true. ACCM has been forced out to the gold to the right hand side for now.
Yeah, but like I said, the Bloodless doesn't have mobility, so ACCM can casually just get a gold out here. But what I do like, now that the TC went down from ACCM, the Bloodless, I think, yeah, he's on 2 TCs, he's not that far behind, and he's got the pressure going, so. Because, yes, you can micro against the mangonels with Britons, with 4 mangonels.
And the Bloodless does get a shot off on his own Janissaries, so he lost a few and has weakened a lot there.
I do not like that he doesn't send his Vil forward to repair the mangoes. It's such a waste of mangonels right now.
Yeah.
But if these 2 ranges go down and he starts pressuring another TC, then ACCM needs to get wood. Like, he's going to be struggling for wood at that point.
He's gone back onto stone really heavily, so I'm expecting
another castle.
Yeah, a couple of farms to be deleted near his TC, and that would be an ideal farm spot.
He doesn't have any gold to the right, but saying that, look where ACCM is making a TC on the top.
Perfect. That's not going to be spotted anytime soon.
He knows all his goals could be exposed. Eventually. He makes a castle there. Oh, I don't like that castle. I really don't.
It's just to secure his gold access, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's got the gold now on the top, and the Bloodless will never know.
Right, he can shift across to the left like he's doing now. He still has safe wood access. Farms might be a problem later on, but he can always add a new TC out where this castle is and build a farm there, or at the one in the north.
You invested already so much into these farms, and you're gonna have 2 ranges on this side as well that might just die as well. Oh, but the Bloodless losing so many Janissaries towards the TC. It's not good.
Yeah.
He lost 4 to the TC there.
Hey Alex, welcome to the stream.
The Bloodless was like 10 military ahead, but he's thrown a lot of military away by his own mangles or by the TC fire.
Although ballistics being in really helps ACCM's ability to micro hit.
and he's still managing to defend his own gold there, because that castle doesn't protect all that much. But now, where is gonna Bloodless go for gold after this? He's got one tile left in his main base. He took the stone, and this gold outside the castle also doesn't have too much left, and it's also quite exposed. So
the castle outside of his base secures that gold access for now. He's got enough for the time being. What is more concerning for ACCM is the Bloodless is on the way to the Imperial Age. Now is the time where you come forward for a castle. He's got the stone for it. Waiting to see villagers streaming forward.
And like I said, all these farms being denied right now, it's going to be impossible for ACCM to click up.
It could abuse the market, and he is now building one. He's got 1,500 wood.
I think if he just has the gold on top as temporary gold, and he just uses the market a bit to try and click up, and then he has the castle in his base to protect the rest of his eco. Because I think that would be a lot better than trying to produce like this. I don't see, like, he's so much in wood right now, and he's gonna try to market abuse the way to click up because he probably knows, but I think it's gonna be too late. Chemistry is there's a forward siege workshop. Chemistry is for free. Bombard cannons are gonna be out instantly, and probably another castle coming. 5 more villagers coming.
That's a very good point. Didn't think about the free chemistry. So ACCM has managed to click up. So it sold about 1,000 woods in order to be able to do so. If not more, actually. Okay, there is a castle forward. That's probably, as you highlight about the bombard cannons, more for Janissary production.
Yeah, and some map control as well, because there's a stone and gold there.
I'd like to see the Bloodless do a bit more expansion. Okay, he's just going out now to some more of the neutral golds. The fact that he doesn't... Oh, he's about to. He's building a TC in the north on some stone, so we'll then find this forward from ACCM. And
the Bloodless has... He doesn't have plenty, but he has some on food, in which he might even switch to Hussar, because you don't need much to switch, because you have the light, the cav upgrade, you have the Hussar upgrade.
So he's microing one bombard cannon against these crossbows, trying to pull it back to keep them alive. Should get back to the castle. Yeah, bombard cannons stay alive, and we'll be able to push now with that.
It's still not lost, because ACCM has stone to repair it. For a bit, he has 350 stone left, and he still has the eco lead, so...
He's got an awful lot of rangers at home. How many rangers is that? 7 rangers at home. He's got 1 forward as well, and a siege workshop.
With the
Hussar switch coming.
With the amount of gold on top and on the bottom ACCM is getting, combined with how many he has on wood, he can just flood Arbalest if he tries to. But 3 bombard cannons out already, and a trap.
Yeah, that castle's not going to last.
This castle is going to go down. But it might... It's going to buy him enough time, because he's getting braced and it's going to buy him enough time.
Hey, Kevs. Yeah, braces in. Range.
But that's the only castle in his base. As soon as Hussar come in, he has an issue.
Yeah, he's now lost the monastery, so he doesn't have the gold from the relic income.
And
the relics and housed.
Yeah, he's gonna have chemistry. He's gonna have fully upgraded Arbalest, but Hussar from Turks are gonna be there with a lot of pierce armor, because he already got chain bonding right now. And I'm curious how that fight is gonna go against Arbalest with the Hussar.
Yeah. Got bloodlines coming in now. I'd like to see some more stables, particularly at the front. I feel that now where this siege is just being pushed back because of the Arbalest numbers, the Bloodless needs something else there, otherwise he's going to lose that position.
Yeah. He needs to make some offer, but I don't see too many yet.
Such a bad micro from Bloodless. Yeah, he lost a lot there, but it's hard to micro mangonels against Britain Arbalest.
Yeah.
Mangonel's 7 range, Britain Arbalest's 10, is it at the moment? Yeah.
ACCM still has 90 vills. I'm getting a pike switch going. He can afford it.
So he's preempting. He's seen the stables in the north. So Hussar are just come out now.
Yeah, he's remaking the monastery to get the relics back. But Hussar, like, look at their Pierce armor. They have 5, and they, let's see, they could get 9 if I'm not. No, I mean 9, 7 if I'm not mistaken. So that's
last upgrade coming in now. Finds the gold miners at the town centre in the north. Sees the barracks, so I'm hoping that the Bloodless reacts and adds in some more janissaries now.
Yeah, and there goes the gold access, because he's gonna lose that castle. He's losing the gold access on top, and what is ACCM gonna do then if he doesn't even have Arbalest?
I still think the Bloodless needs some Hussars with this push in the south.
I think he should have gone for Hussar on the south before he went to the north.
And so pikemen dive out. Oh, he's going to lose all of these Hussar that he's started massing.
Because if he lost that control where he's getting stoned right now, right outside his base, he could just fall back and make a defensive castle, and he's going to be fine.
Which he's doing anyway.
Hussar are more needed on the south.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to lose bombard cannons. He took out the castle, but he's lost 2 bombard cannons. Going to be 3. Could even lose all of them now. Yeah, loses 3. This feels like a throw at this stage.
ACCM is trying to do counter damage by having some Arbalest forward, but it's only 15, and all the Bloodless has to do is just wait for a few Hussar numbers, and he can clean it up. It feels like Bloodless is not managing his army right, though. There are a few Hussar there, and they're all gonna get cleaned up. Because ACCM has double the military right now.
Yeah, and it's the pike arb push in the north that will be difficult to clean up. And that's without even full upgrades on the pikemen, let alone.
Yeah, but like I said, if he just makes a castle on that side, maybe even stonewall it off, he's going to be fine for a while on that side, and then he's going to focus on the other side and try to keep pressuring.
Sorry, 2 seconds, Bluegill. Veles, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We are just casting some of the Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers. We just did the very first one between Tim and Koala, which was an excellent set. I highly recommend anyone go back and watch it. And now we've got game 2 here of ACCM versus the Bloodless. Bloodless managing to keep ACCM in his base for large parts of the game. ACCM expanding his economy into the north here, and now pushing forward with Rams, Pike, and Arbalest.
Yeah, it's like the score. I think the score is a lie in this situation as well. Like the Bloodless is still pressuring. He still has his villagers. He has like half the military, and it's becoming later into the game where Turks are gonna shine less later in the game without gold. So.
And the only army he's making at the moment is going to be countered. He's got no production queued up. Okay, there we go. He's been dropping farms outside his starting base and is adding some ranges. So presumably for a CA edition.
The thing is as well, like there's so much military presence from ACCM on the top, and in his base there's almost nothing. So if the Bloodless would go in with like 10 Hussar in ACCM's base, that's gonna idle and keep him occupied for so long. With this way too much focus on the right side.
Yeah, ACCM.
There's only there's only 2 regular rams, and he has a castle, so he should not be worried.
No, and these Hussar dive in to take out the rams, and then just gonna might trade okay here, just because of the numbers. Needs reinforcements. He's not. He's going to pick off a few villagers at the same time, and ACCM is dropping a castle just to try and solidify that position.
Look at the Bloodless base where he has farms on the left side. That's so exposed. If ACCM moves forward with that now, that's all going to be idle.
Yeah. He does have a small army there. I think ACCM's just checking whether the Bloodless had expanded to those golds that he knew about. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why he stopped Janice. Oh, it's not going to be CA, is it? Oh, it is.
Halberdier just completed for ACCM.
Because even hand cannons would be okay here, just to clear up the what is now Halb.
No. I think it's too late to try and switch. I think he just needed to push the base. He needs to go for raids. He can't win the game now by going late game, because it's too late for that. It's already quite late into the game. The 2 golds that are on the bottom, he kind of has control of them with the castle, but he can't really get them either. And he only has a little bit of gold left in his base, so if he wants to go hand cannons, that gold is going to be gone instantly. Trying to do CA is also not the answer. He just needs to make a lot of farms and just flood Hussar everywhere. That's his only chance.
Yeah, and he almost double the amount of farms, really. now focusing entirely on CA production. He's going to clean up this small army in his fledgling farm economy in the west, but I think nothing addressing the push in the north.
I think with the remaining gold, he should just make a few Janissaries here and there to kill some Halbs if he encounters them, and just fall back if he sees any Arbalest. But I don't think CA is going to be the answer. He's not going to have any gold for that, because he still needs to get some upgrades for that as well.
What are we looking at? So just straightforward CA, got all attack upgrades, missing an armor upgrade. Bloodlines in. So not too far off, but no elite either.
He has so limited gold, but now he threw 4 Janissaries and a bombard cannon up on the top side. He threw them away.
But is ACCM going to run out of gold first? ACCM has this 3 tile that he's gone to now. Sorry?
What is Turks going to do versus non-gold Turks versus non-gold Britons? Britons are still going to win that.
Should do. And especially as now ACCM is going for a big capped ram push, and all that the Bloodless really has there is CA.
And then ACCM has gold control again. That's why he didn't push in too much either, because he just wanted to wait for a push, to push the castles, get a castle on top to defend, and then just try to get the gold control on the bottom.
Yeah, the Bloodless addressing the little push in the north, and is going to lose this position in the south.
I really think the Bloodless is paying too much focus. Yes, he clears up the Arbalest on the top right now, but it's not going to gain him any more map control. Like, it's not going to do anything for him.
No. And just looking at the production, ACCM constantly producing something. The Bloodless is housed because of the castle. That's probably why he's not producing.
Oh, that's not good, no.
No. And as you say, that's all of his gold income.
He's heavily housed even.
I like the stone walls.
At the moment, but how long are they gonna last is the question.
Yeah. ACCM now coming for a castle somewhere?
Because the thing is with the Britain ranges, I think ACCM having more relic and still having more map control, I think he can just focus down the CA, and if he loses Arbalest, the Arbalest is less expensive, so he's going to be fine with that trade going on.
ACCM is teching into Elite Scum.
Yeah.
The Bloodless's priority now should be to keep his CA alive.
Even getting heavy CA, but he only has like 10 on the...
He's got a few in the north as well.
He's got 15 something like that on the field, but is it worth it at this point anymore?
I don't see what else he can make. That's
Stupid. It's so expensive. Is it not better spent maybe on Hasselflat and some siege added with that?
quite possibly. He's running into ACCM's economy that has been added in the north. ACCM is just going to keep producing halberdiers up there and halberdiers at home. So Halb and Arb should be able to push this back in the south. The Bloodless with a one villager castle.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It should get denied.
Yeah, it might get denied because the army is gonna get pushed back. Ram is coming forward. Like, he's fighting under a castle now as well.
Yeah. Against Arb and Halberdier.
Yeah, and ACCM noticed the CA on the right, so he's got already some skirms patrolling.
Though, where are the skirms patrolling? Oh, there. There's a Treb that's taking stuff down, is about to be killed by villagers as well. Just things you love to see.
Where is that? Yeah, I found it.
Okay, so the Bloodless trying to add rams. It's got siege ram being tacked into now. Still got. Carry on.
Yeah, sorry. Imagine siege ram, like all the rest, spent to that, and capped ram. Imagine that being a big number of Hussar just going into the base of ACCM. And then adding, because you just try to idle the eco, do some eco damage, and then you try to switch into a Hussar siege switch or a CA Hussar switch or whatever you do after that. But I think, because he hasn't done eco damage in a while, I think he's just giving ACCM too much breathing room by slowly tacking into things that are very expensive.
Yeah, he has got a much more stable food economy now. He's got a load of wood banked up, so could be Hussar and Siege Ram now to be able to push through and go raid at the same time.
I gotta say though, what I do not like about ACCM's position though is like he's giving these golds on the south away from free. Like, yeah. CA could change his game around, but he's giving those golds away for free because ACCM does not have. He only has two gold piles left. Yeah, that's it. He has about 1,000 gold left. That's it.
Someone please tower the middle wood. Yeah. Tower here, just to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if ACCM made a tower close to a stone and then also made one where he's getting wood and the Bloodless literally couldn't get any wood.
Or if the Bloodless, the Bloodless would have to Treb cut through it and then send Hussar in. But could be a play. So.
ACCM's army out of position though. He's gonna lose a lot of Arbalest.
Yeah, and more concerning for him is the siege ram that are coming to try and push this castle. He's bringing his Halb, his villagers to fight this.
He's gonna be blocking with villagers. He's just gonna be blocking and they won't even reach the castle.
But the castle will go down to the trap.
Yeah, but is the castle at this point gonna matter? Is the question here.
Only if the Bloodless is able to use that opening to go and raid.
Yeah.
What's the resources looking like? Okay, so the Bloodless needs to cut off the food income for ACCM. It's the Halbs are what he's really struggling to deal with at the moment.
ACCM I don't know, why did he go off gold? Like you see on the south, did those villagers die or what happened over there? Because he has 1,000 gold there, but he's got no gold income at the moment. He might not even notice that he's not on gold there.
There was some cav archers down there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
look at how much gold the Bloodless is taking just for free there.
But he needs to get his production back up. I know he's producing again now. I still want to see some stables in the south. All of his reinforcements, all of his stables are in his base.
Yeah, he's so heavily there's a few helps on the north, right? Yeah. What are his helps gonna do? They're not gonna do anything. There's a castle there.
Yeah.
shut down
some
the
production.
ACCM there though.
Yeah, he managed to take that down. So he's got 3k wood. Add another 4 stables in the north. Add 5 or 6 in the south as well, and just start flooding Hussar. It still feels winnable for the Bloodless. I thought when he got pushed back, I thought it was going to be game over. Frosty, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. I am joined for casting today by Bluegill, so someone known to both communities.
Everyone knows me there as well, so
yeah.
Okay. But I think the only reason Bloodless is getting back into this game is because of sniping a lot of helps with the CA, because he's getting all this gold for free.
Yeah. But the raiding in the north is now cleaning that up. Most of the villagers there are dying. Couple of rams would be really handy up there. Arcanium, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome.
Also, what I noticed right now is that I think ACCM was down to 100 fills for quite a while. He didn't add that many fills for a while, and I think the Bloodless had like a 20 fill lead for at least 10 minutes. I think that's also a huge part in this comeback.
The Bloodless is going to lose all of his CA in the south. He's lost it all to Halberdiers.
But he's pushing the north though, and he could snowball there with a raid. Yeah, because he's coming in on all the way in the east, and he's gonna. And ACCM has nothing against this.
He's just starting to send some Halberdiers across to help try and save that. The capped rams that ACCM had have been taken out, and more reinforcements now arrive.
Yeah, but look at the fill count. ACCM is barely producing fills, and he's 30 villagers behind. He does not have enough villagers.
He doesn't have the food income. He's got so many halbs queued up because he needs the military presence. He can't really pop.
Yeah, exactly what you're saying, because he needs the military presence of halbs, and the Bloodless, because of getting all that gold access, he just made a lot of CA to kill those halbs, and that's what's keeping ACCM busy.
I still want more stables in the south.
Yeah, fully agree. But ACCM just needs to hold on a little bit longer, because as soon as that gold runs out as well, then ACCM could turn this around again. But is he gonna?
I don't think he can hold on that long.
I don't think so either. It's still like I think it's still over 2,000 gold, and ACCM has nothing. He has 3 relics, but that's it. And his eco is not looking too great.
Good night, Frosty. Thanks for the raid, and thank you for stopping by as well. Okay, so we've got another ram treb push. Hussar coming back. See, if there were stables here, that could be reinforced, and the rams could be taken out.
But the big change now is on the right side. There's both Hussar and CA. So if he starts microing that, he can start raiding there, and then ACM has no answer to stop that. These cat rams feel like a desperate push, trying to get more control. Yeah,
and they've gone down to villagers and CA and the Hussar that are there. It's slight mistake leaving that treb going. No, he should be able to repair.
Yeah, but I think the main reason also now ACCM, as soon as the Bloodless is out of gold, then he still has a chance.
Frosty, good luck with the interview tomorrow. I hope it goes well. Right, the treb will go down to the CA gradually, and the castle should stay up. I just want now the Bloodless. Yeah, he's just moving his army in from the right hand side. I think this could be the end very, very soon.
Yeah,
there's an army on the left about to come in. This could be the GG when it drops below 120.
The CA Hussar combo now on the right, that's gonna be impossible to stop. He has almost triple the military number, so yeah.
Yeah, population dropping below 120. this Hussar can just run straight to the back now, and yeah, GG is called.
ACCM had 14 villagers queued and 1 TC. In the end there.
Yeah.
That's now be
That one. So, second game in, I'm already wrong on my prediction. I thought it would be a 3-0 to the Bloodless.
I thought it was going to be a 3-1, and I thought it was going to be if knowing the maps, because you said hideout, I think the Bloodless could have taken it, but I did not expect it to be Turks though.
What did we learn in this game? We learnt add more production. What did ACCM do wrong?
He gave those golds away for free on the south because he trick or trapped. So he sent 1 trap in, it got sniped. He sent 1 trap in, sniped. And if he just has 20 helps in front, sends 3 traps, he can kill the castle, and then he can start pushing.
Yeah, or even just stonewall that left-hand side. There was a stage where the Bloodless was completely off of the south. Send a couple of vills and stonewall that gap. He then secures it. He took down 1 castle, so that would have given him access to all of those resources again.
Yeah, because imagine it, because he didn't. The main thing I'm confused about here with ACCM in this matchup is he went for 3 TCs and he went for a boom. In that time he had 6 on gold, I'm pretty sure, the entire time, for adding some monks to get some relics. But he didn't produce out of the range. Like, he made like 5-6 crossbow, but after that point he barely produced any crossbow, and I'm kind of surprised with that, because he probably saved the wood to make some farms, because otherwise it's hard to stay on 3 TC production. But he just didn't have any military production for a while, and he gave like all the map control he gave it straight back to the Bloodless after losing those 5 in front.
Yeah. Looking at the timeline, you can see where the Bloodless was able to start keeping his production up and pushing. Up until that point, it was fairly even trades.
Yeah, but you can also see after like around the 40-minute mark, you can see that ACCM never really has a villager.
No. I guess that would be where the Bloodless was trying to clear up that section in the north. Right. I'm just going to take a 1-minute break to go to the loo and grab a drink. Do Japanese get Siege Ram? How Siege feels like it could be quite good against Japanese.
I think they do.
The fact that the Bloodless...
No, they don't. They don't.
Okay. The fact that the Bloodless knew ACCM had Indians should mean that he knew that Indians were going to be picked on this map. The ACCM going straight out for the shorefish.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, but the thing is here is like Japanese is still quite versatile, but not necessarily a civ that has high mobility.
Yeah,
and
true.
Indians, you don't see, like, you see it more often now as well. Indians can also just go into CA. They have great eco with the cheaper villagers, and they can just go CA if they want to.
They can. Johnny, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Because what I think I would have rather seen from the Bloodless, I would have rather seen something like Chinese. That's very versatile. You can go count, you can go crossbow, you can do whatever you want. You have great eco behind it with the Vil lead. You have cheap attacks. I would have rather seen that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we will see what he has in mind.
Yeah, Data in the chat is saying maybe for the cheaper resource camps. Could well be, but like for the lumber camps, the mills, etc.
Yeah, but
don't think it's quite a big enough bonus.
Yeah, Indians with their shorefish bonus, they're gonna have such a good uptime, and scouts are gonna be hitting your base very soon. And like, unless he goes for a charge to keep ACCM busy at home for a bit, or he quick walls that in, then I don't know to see what he's gonna plan. What is the Bloodless doing with his vills? I don't think the Bloodless knows what this map is.
Looks like he's missed. He's trying to find it. He doesn't realise where the pond is.
I don't think he looked at this map prior to this, because this is not looking good.
Yeah, he was trying for the mill and missed the pond.
Oh, that's a rough start.
Yeah.
Because he at least has enough food production to keep his vills going. Because if that wouldn't be the case, that would have been awkward. But I don't know. What is he even gonna do? Because just now, ACCM is going to wood. Just now, I think he's gonna have such a good uptime and gonna be adding scouts so fast that I don't see what the Bloodless can even do against that. I think you need something with like Mongols or Indians here to benefit from.
That's fine. Thank you, Lohab.
Time in combination with the scouts. Like Lithuanians could also be an option because of the extra food. I don't see what else you do here on this map.
Japanese could go. They don't want to go with their own CA against Indians because camels are often used as a counter to CA, and Indians obviously get better pierce armor on their camels, so they're even better at.
Yeah.
So.
And that's why I said maybe Chinese, because yes, it's camels, but they still don't have the best pierce armor. And if you go camels yourself, it's still camel v camel, no difference is there because it's the pierce armor. So I would have I think seeing the options available, I would have rather seen Chinese. I really don't know what he's gonna do with Japanese.
I am worried this is going to be a bit like game 1.
Yeah.
He doesn't have loom. He manages to quick wall the villager out on the right at the shorefish.
Yeah,
now
look at
quickly get him.
He's going to click up.
Yeah,
And where is this
ACCM on his way.
going to go? Because if it goes to the back wood line, ACCM can quick wall that in, and he's not on berry chat. And if he goes to the shorefish / deer, before they get there, ACCM might have scouts, and they're almost going to be done hunting there already. So I really don't see the point.
ACCM's going man at arms.
Interesting.
I think the Bloodless is going to do like he tried to do in game 1 and go for a Drush FC.
I guess he might be too worried about an early try, because I think he only wants to do this because he's seen the barracks and he just wants to give himself some time, I guess. Because he's still gonna. It looks like ACCM is still gonna transition towards scouts, looking at his resource collection and his distribution. But I don't think he needed to go for man at arms, because he could have just quick walled his resin and he would have been fine.
I think it's going to be man at arms archers for
And
ACCM.
also, what are Japanese going to gain from a normal drush? Like, their attack bonus is only going to start from feudal, so this drush is going to get cleared super easily.
I think okay. So the Bloodless was lacking a little bit of food. He was indecisive there. Had a fair bit of idle time. Is now on his way up. 27.
23 fills again. It's the same as the first game. 23 fills is such a weird number.
Yeah.
And look at the man at arms on top. And he doesn't know you can walk on the water as well. Because I think that's a change as well now.
Yeah. So he's having to try and quick wall his villagers. He loses one. He's going to lose a second coming down the hill. This feels like it could be a very quick game.
Yep.
Completely open at the back.
He's behind the villagers and he's not even up.
Yeah.
Archer gonna come out to clear this rush, and what is the Bloodless even gonna do? Like, look at this resource distribution. He has 3 farms. He has some food in the bank to at least keep some villager production going. But I don't see what he's gonna even try to do. He has to go Archer. He's gonna lose another villager.
Oh no, he's gonna do worse than that. He lets the men at arms in. He's gonna lose more than one.
Oh,
I think there you got to sacrifice the one.
You do. You won't even win this fight with the villagers. Man at arms are so strong early on.
That's 2 down.
Early GG.
He's now completely off of woods. Bloodless is getting. Has he seen the range? He's seen the range, and yet he's still researching man at arms. I don't think it's worth it.
Like he had 400 food to spare, so he could just go fill production and just try to go archers to delay a bit.
And quick walls. The quick walls from ACCM protects all of his villagers on the wood line. Archers on the way.
The man at arms are like literally a waste of an upgrade right now from Bloodless.
Yeah, he'd seen the range. I think it's a mistake.
Oh, I had to delete the mill as well. He deleted the mill. That's fun. No.
Such a tough start for him here.
Yep, fully agree. But I also like how ACCM still sends an archer forward and is not worried about this drush / man at arms. He was not worried at all. Because he knew he preemptive walled his resin, and I like that nowadays. A lot of pros start doing that. Just preemptive wall, so you don't make any mistakes. And you can just focus on the front yourself.
There's a couple of weak villagers out on this lumber camp that the Bloodless has added. The Bloodless trying to quick wall his villagers.
There's an archer.
There's.
Oh, he might lose another villager.
I think that one would just about get back to the TC, but there is another one there. Bloodless quick walls it in.
Yeah, already a 7 villager difference.
Yeah. Now the man at arms run into the TC.
I was worried that I wasn't gonna be able to cast this because of probably gonna have dinner soon, but
probably get through this one.
Yeah. And he's on the shorefish on the left as well, just taking all that food for free.
Yeah, archers there protecting it, and the archers arrive just as the man at arms does as well. Doesn't spot it. Okay, now he does. Man at arms down, and now archers can go forward.
And now ACCM noticing that the only thing that's holding him back is maybe a skirm switch from the bloodlines to stop his push, so he's adding a stable.
Yeah. So, solid economy behind this. Probably could do with adding some more farms soon. He's got 8 on berries.
He just started to take these berries. He still has 1 shortfish, 4 deer on the left. I think it's better to just focus on the rest of your eco to have constant military production.
So archers and skirmishers in defense from Bloodless. He's just been moving around, clearly looking for ACCM's army. Gets 1 archer pick before.
Yeah, but no
ACCM
armor
runs away.
skirm, so the question is it even going to do that much?
ACCM doesn't have fletching. Fletching is just on the way now.
Yeah, but 1 archer going to the right again to see if he's maybe taking food. Very good awareness from ACCM.
And now scouts coming out as well. ACCM adding a preemptive tower on his berries.
He could have done it, but I think he decides against it because he could always take it later. There's no need to spend a tower on that. Oh, on his berries, yeah. On his berries, he's actually. I think he did it because he saw he was no longer being chased, and with the scouts and archers, he can just freely pressure. And with that tower going up, then he has nothing to worry about at home.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the logic. Makes complete sense now. So that's the most exposed part of his base now secured. Wouldn't mind seeing a little wall off to the south of that tower.
It's not necessarily the most exposed part, but he knew that the army was no longer chasing him, so...
Yeah.
And this tower, like, how much are you going to lose for that 1 tower? Is it even going to go up?
I think it goes up, but as you say, at quite a cost.
Just about. If ACCM microed that better, it wouldn't have even gone up.
Yeah, agreed.
Because he was probably occupied at somewhere else.
Yep, archers came on the gold. Dives out with the skirms, cleans it up.
Yeah, the goal is so close to the DC that he can just fall back and just have a little bit of idle time. He's gonna be fine. "15 villagers ahead is ACCM right now.
In feudal age is mad.
Yeah. I think the Bloodless is going to continue playing until ACCM is going to reach Castle Age, because the Bloodless is not going to be in Castle Age for a very long time.
It seems unlikely. ACCM now massing archers and skirms at home, going to move forward with them. He's got 9 idols from where his berries just ran out. Sorry, just eating some chocolate for energy.
Oh, good.
Healthy choices.
ACCM saw the army of the Bloodless, so there's going to be no surprises, no damage going to be done. The
ACCM is up.
It's now.
Sorry?
The Bloodless is adding scouts, but what are those going to do?
Especially when ACCM hits Castle Age and gets Expo.
Like, if he has like a few scouts with forging, he can do a lot of damage, but he first needs to get the numbers, he needs to get forging.
Needs bloodlines, more importantly.
Yeah, and also needs bloodlines, because all these archers and the reinforcements can just stay at home if he sees any presence at home, so yeah, this is...
So
yeah,
this army gets pushed back for now.
The 2 very low scouts, so they're not gonna accomplish anything. Only just pushing back, that's it. And there's enough archers in the mix to just kill scouts, so...
And enough skirms to fight the skirms.
But I don't see another stable added, so I think it might be a crossbow into CA switch from ACCM. Because he's still adding archers.
Yeah, that. Adding a few scouts as well. That's just to clean up these skirmishers.
Yeah, probably.
He didn't get bloodlines, so or armor for the scouts. So
because the thing is, like, scout at least has 2 base pierce armor, where a camel doesn't have base pierce armor, and Indians can't even make knights. So the scouts are actually going to be a better option for him to clear the skirms. But look at ACCM with awareness. Group on the left, group in the middle. He's just going to be surrounding the Bloodless. He's going to get crossbow botgun instantly, adding a camel.
Bloodless has now got 1 defense upgrade. No bloodlines still, so his scouts don't last very long. And there's now just a few skirmishers on the left, and GG is called.
Yeah, like fully upgraded scouts can deal with crossbow if you just get the numbers up. Yeah, that's not gonna happen with such an eco deficit.
No. Yeah, that weird drush attempt.
Yeah.
What feels like a drush FC build, but with no walls, it just feels too risky.
I don't think the Bloodless was prepared for this map. I think he was own maps, because he knows that he probably wanted to get Arabia in his favor, because he picked Franks that's a very solid Arabia save, and then just focus on his home maps. Because Japanese, I really don't see what he's gonna do here. And also, it took like 2 minutes before he finally found the shorefish and made the mill. So I think he was really not prepared for this map.
Yeah, it does feel like something was off. Like he played very well the game before, seemed to have a clear game plan. I agree. Japanese just feel a bit underwhelming here.
Because you have to eventually go to the outside for wood, and also for gold, and or to the center, of course. But you need a unit that's mobile, because you just can't have one big push going in the center. That's not gonna win you the game, because you just leave your base, set shop outside of the base, and then you can actually do eco damage, like killing vills with nice camels, whatever, inside someone's base, and it's almost impossible to keep being walled. It's so hard on this map as well.
Yeah. So we do have a game 4. Are you sticking around, or did you need to run off?
I'm probably gonna have dinner, and well, I don't know if it's even gonna end. But yeah, I guess called correctly, Vikings versus Byzantines, because Japanese was picked else.
Yeah. I almost would have even preferred Byzantines on that last one. Oh, weird map gen.
On slopes, Byzantines.
Oh, more, I don't know. Like towers and trash all in feudal, maybe.
The thing is, if with Byzantines there, before I leave, it's like you can indeed go cheap camels and try to counter the Indian player. But what if the Indian player goes for bloodline scouts and feudal and goes for full feudal pressure? What are you gonna do then?
Skirm, spear skirm, towers.
Yeah, but then scout skirm is better than spear skirm.
Scout, spear, skirm, towers.
Everything.
Yeah, full feudal.
Anyways, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much for stopping by.
To the last game, and I'll catch you later, I guess.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so this is game 4 of Hidden Cup 4 qualifiers between ACCM and the Bloodless, with ACCM in the blue as Vikings against the Bloodless in yellow as Byzantines. Slightly awkward map gens here for islands, where rather than the thin, long islands, you've got this more squat one. In some ways it gives you slightly safer access to woods, but for me it just feels like it's got slightly less wood on it. Maybe that's just all in my head. This gold certainly is an awkward position, but so is the Bloodless. He's got 2 that could be rangeable by water. We're going to have a very slow start because it's islands. Both players focusing on getting their food economy rolling, pushing in deer already. Show us the Rangers. There you go, Atten. A little in-joke in the T90 community. T90 talking about a early tournament he played in, but he added some forward rangers that happened to be on a neutral island. Not ideal approach. Beautiful, yeah. They would, Lohab, you are correct. Or putting in messages or subs or donations with things relating to neutral islands. That's what we're talking about, Henry. Thank you. Like the emotes. See you later, Blue Goat. Okay, so ACCM gone for a back dock. He is Vikings, so no access to fire galleys. He will want to kind of be stalling out any water play at the start of Feudal Age, probably just to try and mass up some galleys of his own before moving out, but could be as an attempt for fast castle. So both players just trying to get their food economy rolling. Loom coming in shortly for ACCM. The Bloodless trying to lure his deer around a wood line. He's gone for front dock, so should be fire galleys. Plays into the Byzantines well. They get faster attacking fire galleys. Can I get that right? And other than that, not too much to discuss at the moment. Both players click up at the same time, so looks like it will be some feudal water play for ACCM. Should be going out to gold now if that is the case. Heavy on woods, should add a second dock. Just waiting for the wood for it. So he needs lumber camp first and foremost. So he's got 13 on wood. Heading out to gold. Being completely mirrored on this side by the Bloodless. Lohab, stop banning people. Turf has recently started streaming, and I was on there watching, and he timed me out, but didn't mean to time me out for 10 minutes, and then didn't know how to cancel a timeout, and was asking me questions about stuff, but I couldn't answer him because he timed me out. Okay, so second dock, third dock added straight away for the Bloodless. Maybe that's a slightly too early addition. It means he doesn't have the wood to produce straight away from 2. He's got enough now. It did, Turf, it did. Couple of docks at the back for ACCM. We'll be accumulating fire galleys ready to try and micro down the Bloodless's fire galleys. I did notice on the Civ draft that ACCM bans Portuguese as his Civ ban, mainly because what are they called? Caravels are particularly effective against longboats because longboats stack up a bit more than other galleys, war galleys and galleons, etc. Bloodless build is pretty good though. He's got his fire galleys out, he's looping straight around with them. He's going to find where ACCM has the docks straight away. Good reaction from ACCM to get shot. Probably a patrol based on the delay in them microing away. A blacksmith for what's it called, fletching for ACCM, so he now has more range and more attack on his galleys. Bloodless going to pull back with the weakened fire galley, probably repair it. I like this move from Bloodless to loop round with some others on the other side. He knows that ACCM will be trying to micro these galleys, so doing hit and run. And now with fire galleys going around both ways, he will take a little bit more damage. Good from Bloodless to pick off one and then pulls back again. Reinforcements coming in. Here come the reinforcements. It's nearly at the point where I think it might almost be now where ACCM can like almost two-shot the fire galleys. Bloodless had one of his fire galleys just attacking the dock to begin with. Instead, going to try and take out some of the fishing ships, and ACCM is just going to pull them away. Might be 3-shot. Yeah, so 3 shots takes out a fire galley. So ACCM is just going to stick around, keep up his numbers, protect his fishing ships, while he advances to the castle edge. Both very, very similar economies. ACCM a little down on the food he needs. Got enough gold. Almost identical for the Bloodless. Bloodless now adding in Loom just in case. Could he be going for a landing? I wouldn't have thought so. Oh, he needed the second building, so it made sense to get Loom. And ACCM is up first because of that slight error. So I'd like to have seen these weaker ones pulled back and repaired. Demo shot doing good damage to the Bloodless's fire galley. Yeah, ACCM just needs to pull back for now. Could deny this if he comes around here. Needs to be careful of the demo ship. Or demo raft. That's a good hit for ACCM. Okay, so is that quite a few demo rafts coming in for ACCM, so he's just worried about this snowballing out of his control. I don't think there is Lohab, but yeah, you probably should check that. So what do we expect to see now? Often you'd expect to see a landing, depending on the player, on the playstyles. We did see that from Tim versus Bad Koala earlier today. Instead it looks to be a bit more water focused in terms of build. ACCM researching war galleys upgrade, so he will get war galleys instead of galleys. Got Bodkin on the way. No more toxic. Alright, Tev. All good. Okay, so Bloodless adding a TC onto stone, and a TC onto his woodline. So could be that we expect to see a castle at some point for the Bloodless. ACCM going to put one onto stone and wood. And adding a university ready for ballistics. That will give him a nice little edge in water fights. He's going to lose one for free there. Any numbers back. So he's got a few galleys that loop around in the north. Might come across and take out the fishing ships. Or might try and loop round to the back of Bloodless's base. Okay, so fire galleys from the Bloodless still chasing ACCM's galleys, war galleys all the way back. Gonna be able to pick off a few fishing ships here. Demo ships coming forward as well, so that should be able to allow ACCM to take this fight. He's gonna get a good hit. Very nice hit. He can turn around and fight now. Choosing not to. Instead, microing the war galleys away at the front. And longboats now being added. Quite a handy addition. It's clear speed difference between longboats and galleys, or war galleys. Problem I can foresee for the Bloodless is how exposed these golds are. So if he loses these docks, it would be very easy to sit in front of these with longboats, and they'd be able to range the gold. So this navy looping round to the south, reinforcements gathering in the east of the map, going to be able to push back this side. And I would expect to see some forward docks sometime soon from ACCM. That's that university for the Bloodless as well. So is that for ballistics? Is he tacking into? No, he's still on fire ships. He's got loads of gold banked up, but not much food. I was thinking he might go for a slightly earlier Imperial. And what does he do with that? So ACCM's pushed back that those fire ships. Now going to loop round with this army, clean up these two, and then we'll take out the fishing ships. And a couple of fires pop out, goes down to ACCM's navy, and then the next dock will go down as well. It is for the faster Imperial Age, so use the market to balance his economy. The Bloodless now on his way up. Is this to push back with fast fires? I would say he's going to lose both of those docks before the time he gets there. This navy from the top will come in, push back both of these. What have we got here? We've got some fire ships have looped around, so they'll be able to come. Oh no, reinforcements are down here. The fishing ships will spot it, pull away. ACCM has idled to be able to go up to Imperial Age himself, gone for forward docks. So I imagine he spotted the score drop in the Bloodless's score. Knowing what that means, he idled production to be able to get up himself. Adding docks at the back, yeah. So the Bloodless, recognising that he's not going to have the numbers here, adding some back docks. So we'll tech into fast fire ship straight away in reaching Imperial Age and try to push this back using them. So fire ship in the south, that will go down to these longboats. Few in the north, not really doing too much yet. And with this dock going down, the Bloodless recognises that pushes him off of this gold. Does ACCM see? No, so he sees that gold. If he came to the shore there, he'd see the other one. Uh, 2 seconds. I need to take a phone call. My stepmom's stepdad isn't too well, so just wanted to catch up on that, see if there's an update. Okay, so castle going up to defend that gold for the Bloodless. That'll push the navy back for now. Castle's one more range than ACCM's navy. ACCM getting careening. Yeah, careening, that'll give his ships extra armor, I think. Want to watch for it to come in because I'm curious. Yep, extra pierce armor. And a landing coming in. There's plenty of space over here that the Bloodless is not watching. Fast fires are out, so these longboats probably get cleaned up unless they can get away. Fast Fire is just pushing water back at the moment for the Bloodless. This ACCM with a few upgrades left to come in. Got plenty of space to come and land over here, and even though, oh no, he's going to go for the islands in the centre. He's got the stone, so he can add castles here. Space just there for a castle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that will give him control again of water. Cool, just checking my microphone is not still muted. Sorry for that. So, when in doubt, build it out. That's the one. Gotta love seeing Doubt's face. The castle here will do... Sorry, it was a cough. I'll mute myself next time. I thought by like moving the microphone away from my face, turning away from the microphone, putting my hand over my mouth would make it all pretty dulled, but I guess the microphone's a bit more sensitive than I thought. So ACCM needs some more navy out. The Fast Fire's looping around from the north. They're going to catch this navy castle from the Bloodless on the coast. Can't see it. Can he see? No. So neither player can see the other one, but nope, that's it. So maybe he's going to use Trebs to try and take down the docks at the front there. ACCM just garrisoning his new units. Now he finds the castle. Does he still doesn't see the one for the Bloodless? Right, so if I get his microing that one Fast Fire away. Not an effective use of APM. Okay, so conscription coming in for ACCM adds another castle on the shoreline here, so that gives him safe access to build ships at the front. A little bit further around would have been even nicer, just to secure this whole inlet. Could maybe add one up there shortly and it'll do the same job. Did Tim lose at the end? Yes, Matox, he did. So it meant that I've started my predictions on a fine note being wrong. Okay, so Bloodless just kind of pathing into the longboats rather than patrolling. It's okay to be wrong. Oh, Lohab, I assure you I will be making a habit of being wrong in my predictions, I assume. Oh, hi Blue Girl, welcome back. As long as it's not an exam then, God forbid. I'm surprised Vikings are better than Beers on Islands. Yeah, Fast Fires have done a decent job of pushing back so far though. Now Trebs are out. ACCM going to castle Treb production. Going to try and snipe the Trebs here. They're going to do exactly that. Both of these will go down. Castle will stay up. And now nothing that the Bloodless can do about these Trebs for ACCM. I had to pause for a little bit, so where we've got a little lull, I'm just going to go to 2 times speed. So, Monk coming to pick up the relic, massing longboats for ACCM. With that castle going down, the longboats can come forward. And they can range that whole gold. That is all of the Bloodless's gold access. Crossfires aren't going to be putting any pressure on there. Yeah. I imagine this game has actually already finished based on losing gold access. Is that heavy demo ship? Heavy demos coming out. They'll do the job as well. So we've got Trebs forward now for ACCM. Trebs will take down this castle. Longboats can protect them quite nicely. And then ACCM will work his way around the shore. That one is being trebbed down from the coast. That's this one will get taken out by GG's called. Very little Bloodless could do that. Notice that ACCM playing this at super safe. Yeah, no reason not to. Kind of sensible to kind of feel your way into a tournament. And yeah, so ACCM takes the final game on Islands to win 3-1. So I got the outcome right for this one, even if not the score. ACCM banning Portuguese in the Civ draft kind of made, and then sniping Italians meant he had comfortably the strongest water Civ left. So yeah, it was even starting to research Canning Galleon, ready to try and push the whole land economy. Solid KD in ACCM's favour and much larger military. ACCM isn't a person to 3 because of his playstyle. Fair enough. Okay.